Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about good old Twitter and QR codes. That's right. Many of you probably already know this, but you can connect with people quicker on Twitter using QR codes. It saves from the fumbling of trying to look up someone's unique Twitter ID and allows you to quickly connect when you're on the go, or it allows you to save your QR codes so that people can scan them in at a later date. I know that many people haven't used Twitter, but more and more people are starting to utilize the social media service in order to expand their business network, therefore turning to using Twitter and trying to connect with people in real time as opposed to trying to connect with them the old fashioned way, which is looking up. We're going to switch screens like we always do, take a look at Twitter's QR codes for both a business and a personal account so that you can quickly find out how to utilize this awesome feature. Let's switch screens, and there we are. So we've got my Twitter account up there, and as you can see, Burton Kelso, the technology expert, and there's also our company Twitter account, Integral. Now, on both accounts, you have the ability to utilize a QR code, which is really handy as far as using your smartphone's camera on either your Windows or, I can't believe I said Windows. Man, I'm wishing of older days with smartphones, but with your Android and your Apple smartphone, it makes it a lot simple to connect with people. So going back to our desktop, let's see how that step works. Now with QR codes, it's pretty simple. You can just go to the main screen of your Twitter account. If we can get out of that picture and I can click on the right deal. Okay, get to our main screen, we want to click on our Twitter icon photo in the upper left hand corner. Once we're there, we want to go down to the lower section where you've got the QR code icon. Once I click on that on my smartphone, after a few seconds, my Twitter QR code pops up. Now, the amazing thing about a QR code is if you're watching this video, hint, hint, you could hold up your smartphone and actually scan that QR code in, and it will obviously go in, connect to my Twitter account. Now, let's lift up my smartphone, and rather than to display a QR code, I can click on scan a QR code. After a few seconds, if I click on the right option, which is down here, it will bring up my phone's camera and it will allow me to scan in a QR code. And just to kind of give you an idea that the camera is on, another piece of product placement, there is the Integral business card there. So that's your smartphone's camera utilizing the ability to scan a QR code. Now, another thing that you can do with Twitter is that you can tell it to save your QR code. So if we go up to the upper right hand portion of the screen where that arrow is, and I will circle that, we can click on the up arrow. It gives us the opportunity to save this QR code photo, or we can even tweet it to somebody so that they can use it at a later date. Now, the photo is already saved to the smartphone that I am currently using. Now, if I wanted to scan a QR code of a picture that I got, simply I would take a photo of the QR code and save it to on my iPhone to my photo stream. Once there, if I find a QR code that I want to click on, what it will do is it will scan it using the photo stream, and it will allow me to follow a Twitter account. Now, clicking out of here and going back to the main screen, we can click on the icon for Burton and go to Integral. And as you can see, if once we get back to the Integral main screen, for a business account for Twitter, you do have the option for a QR code. So if you're trying to connect with customers and want them to follow you on Twitter, if you scan the QR code there, if you click on the QR code option, there is the option to scan a QR code. We tell this maybe later on the trial version of the software that popped up, but I can share my QR code with others so that they can follow me. And as far as a business is concerned, if you wanted to connect with other people, you just go down to the lower portion of the screen here, click on scan a QR code, your camera pops up, and then you can either scan someone's QR code directly from their smartphone, or you can click on your photo stream like I'm doing. Go to Recents or All, click on the QR code, and the camera will automatically scan, and it will allow you to connect with someone on Twitter. Now, the good thing about quickly connecting with someone on Twitter is that you don't have to fumble through with all of those complicated Twitter accounts, because in its infancy, people just made all sorts of Twitter names. But now, with people turning more and more to social media, you see that people are starting to use their QR codes that are associated with their brand. So it may be easier to find Twitter accounts the old fashioned way by just typing them in, but using this feature with the QR code definitely makes finding Twitter accounts a lot easier, especially if you can just utilize it by sharing your QR code or using your smartphone's camera. Now, a lot of social media networks have started to jump on the bandwagon as far as the QR code is concerned. You've got LinkedIn, you've got obviously Twitter, you've got TikTok that will allow you to connect using a QR code. And last but not least, it uses a different name, but Instagram also allows you to connect both your personal and your business account simply by scanning the smartphone or using your camera and your smartphone to scan that in. So hopefully this tip will allow you to connect easier with people on Twitter, especially if you're meeting with them face to face. And keep in mind that the QR code feature in Twitter only works with the Twitter app. So if you have comments or questions, leave them in the comments section below. Would love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you'd like to see me cover in future videos. And speaking of videos and social media and all that other good stuff out there, be sure to follow Integral, my company, on YouTube or on social media, or you can follow myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert. Both the YouTube channel and social media accounts are full of tips and tricks that are designed to help you get the most out of the technology that you use in your home and your work. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.